This is Wicked Roadie, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this lovely, December? January out there? It's
Feels
so
like
cold.
November, yeah.
I mean, and this is typical of Rhode Island. We go right from December and, winter, January, February, March, to full blast on 90-degree days and hot sun.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like the 90 degrees hot day feeling happens now, generally.
Yeah, usually.
I think back to my URI
yeah.
days, and I think, I would have been wearing shorts by now. I would have been wearing flip-flops by now because graduation at URI was, mid-May.
Yeah.
And by then, I definitely had been to the beach. I had gone to Breton Point in Newport and flown a kite.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere near Breton Point right now. I'll be blown off with these icy winds.
No, it's cold. It's cold. It's too cold. It's too cold. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want some warm weather.
I definitely, this of course is like the big weekend that nurseries and garden places around the state have been saying Mother's Day weekend is generally the safe time to plant your annual flowers, especially because you don't have to worry about too cold of temperatures. I think they might have to re-say, might have to be the weekend after Mother's Day.
All I got to say is this. Everybody who talks about global warming, what's up?
It's called climate change,
Yeah.
Ben.
What's up now, okay? Global warming. The ice caps aren't melting. They're freezing over again right now.
Oh, well, it's freezing here.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Anyway, hey, have you seen this whole thing with these fidget spinners? The craze.
I've seen them mentioned. I've seen a lot of blog posts about parents saying fidget spinners are terrible. What is it?
So it's essentially a bunch of, leftover crap parts from a factory that some person put together and said, hey, we can sell this for $30.
$30.
Oh, yeah. $30, $40, $50, $60. There's some that are in the hundreds. I mean, they're made of like platinum and gold and like gold plated.
So fidgeting, meaning like your body or your hands?
Do something with your hands.
Okay.
I mean, you could just grab a tennis ball.
Yep.
Or you could invest in a fidget spinner. I mean, they should have financing options available.
That's crazy.
But people are going crazy with these things. And, we just in the age where, okay, everybody gets an excuse. There are people who are getting doctor's notes for these things. And I get it. Listen, some people have legit a hard time focusing and concentrating. I'm one of those people. But I learned to do it without creating noises for other people because all you hear is this.
Oh my gosh, it's a noisy toy.
Oh yeah, well it's not really like a big noise. It's not like loud, but it's just that like if you were working nearby somebody with this thing, you'd hear it. Almost sounds like you remember when you're riding your bike and you stop pedaling, and you're going down and you hear the little clickety click of the gears.
Yeah,
that's almost what it sounds like. So.
What did you do instead of having a fidget spinner?
I dropped out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to do it. I used to make hemp bracelets. You know how those are really big in the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
So I used to use a safety pin on my knee. And now I realize that's it. I must have just been a fidgeter, but my teachers didn't care because I was quiet.
You were doing something productive, something you could sell to your friends for like $1.
Money. Exactly. I would do it under the desk.
Yeah, absolutely. Now somebody's making money off of it. So, hey, if you're listening to this while you're fidgeting or on the road working, getting errands done, just sit back, listen, and enjoy. And if you hear something that piques your interest, put down the fidget spinner and find us on our website, wickedroadiepodcast.com. All right, Mary, what do you got for our wicked interesting listing this week?
Well, first it needs to be a bit of a PSA. This Sunday is Mother's Day, guys.
Oh.
So if you have not prepped and gotten a card, got a little gift, or planned a little something for your mother, you gotta get rolling with that. And so definitely check out. There are more than enough places. If you're planning on taking your mom out to brunch, you better get that reservation in now.
Oh my goodness! At this
if you're
point.
lucky, yeah. But there's something.
I feel like at this point, it's go to Stop and Shop or Shaw's or Dave's or Tom's and just buy a dozen eggs and bacon and make
it at
brunches.
home.
Absolutely.
Breakfast in bed.
There
Well,
you go.
listen, after breakfast in bed, if you'd want to go check out the Providence River Boat Company, of course, it's right downtown in Providence, right along the river that they have Waterfire. They're going to be having Mother's Day boat rides.
Oh.
It's a 50-minute tour. Totally family friendly. Takes you throughout the Providence River, Water Place Park, and the Providence Harbor. It's a nice, really relaxing day, and there's going to be complimentary Prosecco served. And also, if you want to make really like a full day of this, the PVD food truck events, which we've talked about a few times now on
Sure.
Wicked Roadie,
Yep.
they're going to be having a food truck festival in the parking lot of the Hot Club from 12 till 3. And that, of course, too, is totally family friendly. So you could go on a 50-minute boat ride, then come back and just eat and nosh on all these lovely things at the PVD food trucks. And I'm not going to lie, that's a really different Mother's Day experience than the typical brunch and flowers.
Well, yeah. Now at this point too, you don't have to make reservations because the food trucks will be there. You can just grab whatever you want there, and of course, there's always different options, which is always a great thing. So
Yeah.
this sounds like the answer to a lot of people's problems. So
So that's Sunday from 10 till 7. So there's boat rides all day long. You do need to make a reservation for the boat rides, but for the food truck festival, you just show up with some cash and you're good to go.
all right, there's your wicked interesting pick of the week, and here is your wicked fun in the 401. It's the Providence Roller Derby's doubleheader this Saturday at the Thayer Arena in Warwick. So it's the Rhode Island Riveteers versus the Roller Derby Quebec.
Ooh.
And then it's the Killer Bees versus Boston Commons. So you got two great battles happening there down in Warwick. Takes place. Doors are at 5:30 p.m. The first bout is at 6 p.m. The second bout is at 8:30. This is a fun time for really the whole family because you get to see a great physical activity. Kids get interested in it. You know, the participants are always out and about, mingling with the crowd and taking photos. So it's pretty cool. And it's really affordable. I mean, adults $10, kids to 5 to 12, $5, and kids under 5 are free.
Yeah.
There is bleacher seats available. But you may want to bring a chair for some trackside seating, and that's available at first come, first serve. So get right into the action. Yeah, get right into the action. Snack bar will be open. They'll have merchandise available for purchase, including their new seasonal logoed gear.
Ooh.
So check that out. Their fan zone will be there for some poster making, and there'll be a 50-50 raffle. So you can help support them, and then maybe walk away with a little bit of cash.
Sweet.
And as always, a photo booth, beer and wine.
Oh my
so
gosh.
don't forget your ID. There's a lot of things going on there.
That's really
on a
cool.
Saturday. Yeah, it's a fun Saturday night. Like I said, if you make a donation to the 50-50 raffle, you may walk away with a little extra scratch in your pocket.
And I like that it's in Warwick because a lot of the roller derby events are in Providence. So this is great, especially for those of you who might live in the more southern half of the state and feel like trekking up to Providence on a Saturday night might not be in your future.
Sure.
This, Thayer Arena in Warwick, it's super, super easy to go to. And I agree with you, Ben. If you can, get the trackside seating, like take a chair, try to get as close as you can to the action because you're going to feel the intensity of these roller derby women.
And plus, it's all indoors, so that's a beautiful thing as well. So you don't have to worry about bringing a parka or building a campfire.
Since it's May.
Yes.
That's how we feel. Well, listen, you may need your parka. You might need a canteen. You might need some hiking boots because there's an awesome event going on Saturday from 10 to 4. It is the Great Swamp Tour. Have you heard about the Great Swamp?
I didn't know we had swamps.
What? Are
We
you
have
serious?
swamps? Is that where Kermit come from?
The Great Swamp is like in Rhode Island is down in South County, and it actually has a ton of history behind it. I'm not going to get into it right now, but a lot of big major battle even happened there in Rhode Island history. So this is going to be a tour on kayaks.
Oh, okay, good.
It's an excursion into the hidden jungle-like retreats that can't be reached in any other way.
Yeah.
They're going to float. This is, of course, with the Kayak Center of Rhode Island, which is located in North Kingstown.
Right. Yep.
They do like the full moon paddles. They do all sorts of kayak events. So you're going to float into this vast state-owned management area on one river, paddle through some of the shallow ponds, follow a river that snakes its way through the dense vine-draped vegetation. So this is home to tons of migratory birds, lots of small mammals. It is really a cool adventure that you can't do by foot Like, it's really neat. And you get to bring your lunch, bring your camera, put them in a little Ziploc bag.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
just
bring
in
the
case.
waterproof containers. Absolutely.
Yes.
A GoPro with the waterproof housing would probably be the best
That would
option
be
for you.
epic.
Well, hey, listen, if you want to do something fun and healthy on Sunday morning, it's the second annual Providence Police Memorial 5K Road Race, and that is taking place right downtown Providence. And the cool thing about this whole event is the finish line is at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, in the Dunkin' Donuts Center on the center court line.
What?
Yeah, so they map it out, and the timing system will be all set up there inside the dunk, right on the arena floor. Great place to finish a race. You know, it's almost feel like you're going to be a rock star or something. So you get there, and this is raising funds to help the Dorian J. Murray Foundation, and also the other charities that the Providence Police work with. Like Special Olympics Rhode Island and the foundation. So check it out. If you want to get involved, they will have the 5K road race. They'll have a kids run. They have a bunch of different things happening. So the best thing to do is go to our website. We've got the links there. You can see all the various start times, but this all takes place on Sunday morning.
Awesome.
So it's really something you can do prior to going to the river tour there or the food truck festival or brunch or lunch with mom. Maybe you give her your medal if you win.
Oh,
wouldn't that be nice?
So sweet.
I ran this race for you, Mother.
Just for you, Mom.
Absolutely. I'm out of breath. Take care of yourself the rest of the day. What else is coming up?
Another great event happening on Sunday, Mother's Day, from 1:30 to 3 is the second Sunday Hunts, Mills, and Hike and Historic House Tour. This is happening in Rumford, in East Providence.
Rumford.
You can enjoy a refreshing spring walk. Refreshing is the word to put it when it's this chilly.
Yeah, brisk.
At the Historic Hunts Mills. So East Providence Conservation Commission with the Providence County Hiking Club and the 10 Mile River Watershed Council. So these are all like groups that really encourage people to get outdoors, to get physical, to get to know what Rhode Island has to offer. They've been asked by the East Providence Historical Society to lead some guided hikes around these grounds around Hunts Mill with their open house. So It's cool because you'll get the hike, you'll get the blood flowing, you'll get to be outdoors, breathe some fresh air. That begins at 1:30 and it's going to last for about an hour. And then after that, you can go to the John Hunt House, which is home of the East Providence Historical Society. It's a museum and it's really, really cool. That will remain open until 3. So this event is free.
Okay.
So if you don't have a lot of extra cash to spend with Mom, and if Mom likes to go outside,
this is a perfect option.
be like, Mom, I know you love history, so I'm going to take you on an adventure.
Yeah.
And really, this is so great. Or say you're not celebrating with Mom and say you want to get out of the house. I mean,
Sure.
Yes, it's a little cool in Rhode Island, but this is actually the kind of weather that I do like to go on hikes for because I'm not sweaty.
You're not going to get sweaty and the bugs aren't biting. So there's a little good side of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's okay. So all right. So that's happening. That's on Sunday.
Sunday,
afternoon.
that's 1:30 to 3.
Well, if you're trying to spark up a little romance this weekend, maybe you're trying to turn somebody into a mother this Mother's Day.
Oh my God, you just went there.
Wow.
I love it.
Failed Hallmark cards. Check out the Summer of Love concert at Stadium Theater on Saturday, May 13th at 8 p.m. Of course, Stadium Theater up there in Woonsocket. Gorgeous, gorgeous location run by a talented group of staff and volunteers. Many, many volunteers. Very little staff. But this concert will be featuring Glenn Burdick, who is he's the alumni of Styx and part of the original Beatlemania.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's going to be up there performing. And, it's up there at the stadium is a perfect place to take a date because you can see a show. It's not like a movie. You can comment back and forth. Maybe you can sing along if you know the songs.
Yep.
But you also have some great restaurants in the area. You just go right on there. The Stadium Theater has a bunch of different links, different restaurants that support them. And you'll enjoy a great concert and support the great work that they're doing up there. It's a groovy concert that focuses on the iconic movie from between, the 67 release of the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band. And, you can travel back in time. You got music with the Rolling Stones, Dylan, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Janis Joplin, Hendrix. I mean, just to name a few. He is going to cover a wide range of artists and music. So, and
I see you have down that he's gonna be joined by over 12 performers, including like a horn section and tons of other instrumentalists.
Oh,
right?
this is not a concert where he plays this is not karaoke. This is not karaoke. He's got a live band. He's got a great sounding orchestra, and the sound system there at the stadium is killer. I mean, they can really rock it there.
Yes.
I've seen a number of concerts there. They can really crank it up, and you can have a great time there. It really cut loose. So check that out. That is happening on Saturday night. You can get your tickets right online. Visit our website. We've got the links right there.
This week's wicked family-friendly event that I want to recommend is the Dragons Love Tacos Tour Stop. So if you have a child who is maybe young elementary age to an early toddler, you might know about this awesome book called Dragons Love Tacos. So they have actually come out with a sequel of this book, and Barrington Books is going to be hosting a tour stop on Wednesday, May 17th at 10:30 in the morning, just to release this and have the story read out loud, have your picture taken with the larger-than-life taco dragon costume. So this sequel is by the New York Times bestseller. It is a New York Times bestseller. It's so incredibly fun. I need to get my hands on the Dragons Love Tacos too, because we have had 2 copies of the Dragons Love Tacos. This book series is, like, now it's a series, but this book was so popular they made clothing items about it with dragons and tacos.
Merch.
So, right? So much merchandise. So fun. And if you love tacos and you love dragons, this would be a perfect event to take a little toddler to, because 10:30 to 11:30 is a sweet time. And Barrington Books is an awesome bookstore.
Oh yeah, it's totally local. Plenty of parking. It's in a great little plaza right there on County Road. They've got a great selection there of wonderful authors. I mean, really, it's what local community bookstores were back in the day, still are today. And these guys do a great job. Of course, they have another location in Cranston, but this event's happening at the one in Barrington.
Yes.
All right, cool.
It is.
And a dragon taco is not something that's super spicy that you eat. All right, as we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadiepodcast.com.
You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're going to post photos from Rhode Island, from the area of Southern New England, we want to see them. Use the hashtag Wicked Roadie and tag us. And while you're on Facebook, I want you to head on over, because Ben shared a little spoof about the fidget spinners that we spoke about.
I went on a bit of a rant. There. So I'm going to see if I can get it played during an inning of the Paw Sox, maybe, just to share it with people.
Yeah.
Buy your kid an accordion, not a fidget spinner.
Put your money to better use.
Absolutely. And if you are a business or an organization that wants to put your money to better use, we have advertising and sponsorship opportunities available. Just email us at wickedroadiepodcast@gmail.com.
Until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Roadie. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
Keep on spinning.